Morning, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday morning. We're gonna just be reading this week. My issue is that when I film anything else other than reading vlogs, I don't know when to shut the hell up and just stop it. So this vlog, we're just gonna be reading. I was gonna do a mood reading one, but I think I just posted a mood reading one. But you know what? That's about to be my whole freaking life because I feel like that's all I ever do is just mood read. I don't ever have anything that's set in stone that's like, oh, we're gonna be reading this. But I was also thinking this could be one of those vlogs where I try to read the next book in series that I've already started because there's a ton of them. I literally have a whole page in here of books that I want to finish. These are ones that I really do want to get to. I have the Unsainted series, All Campus series. I have the last two books, so the Golden Legacy in that one. Maples Hills. I have Daydream that I need to get to. Burn of Glass. I have started Assassin Blades. It's just been sitting here for the last 2 years. I have the last two novellas in Assassin Blade. That might be an option. Shifted Fates. I have 2 more books in that series. Playing for Keep. I have Play With Me and Unravel Me, and I think there's a couple more that came out in that if I'm not mistaken. Wolfpack. I have The Wicked that I need to read. That one, the next book hasn't came out yet. Spine Ridge University. I have Evil Boys, Wild Boys, and I think there might be a 4th one out now. Scarlet Force. That one's not out yet. Rule Breaker. Rules of the Game. Rules of Our Own. Rules We Break. Kingdom of the Wicked. I have Kingdom of the Curse and Kingdom of the Feared that I need to read. I have Amo Jones, Casey, their kids series that I need to read in January with Priest and his Antichrist. I have Midnight Mayhem. I have the last book in that series that I need to finish. Hockey Gods, Order of the Unseen, Addicted, Blue Ivy Prep. I have like the last book in that series. Shatter Me. I have 3. Libre Security, Pretty Obsessions, Serenity Falls, Pretty Liar, Prison Healer, and the Lord series. A lot, and I mean there's a ton more. Those are just the ones that I have written down. So starting off this video, we are going to be reading, which I started like yesterday, was the last book in the, what is it, Libre Security by J. Rose, which is the 3rd book, Halloween. So I'm reading that because first I want to finish that series, but also because I got her new arc, Fractured Future, and it's in the same world. So I was like, you know what, I need to finish this series before jumping into the next book that's in that same world. And he just woke up, so give me a second. If you guys don't know, this is such a good series. It is a dark romance, very dark, a lot of trigger warnings. Why choose? Harlow was kidnapped when she was 8 and basically grew up with this serial killer who is a religious fanatic and believes that God needs everyone to repent, and like she's just been through a lot. She ends up escaping basically nationwide news. People who are helping her fall in love with her and are going through this journey with her, but also she's just going through all the feelings. You know, she feels guilty, she has to survive her guilt, she's going through a lot throughout the books. And in this one we're finally seeing her growth, her maturity, her finally wanting to find where this sadistic mother effer's at and bring him down. It's going good. It's also nice seeing the relationship with the guys. They're very protective of her, but in this one you see that they need to let her do her own thing. She's just gonna keep pushing them away. So it's nice to see growth throughout the 3 books. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning. I did not pick up my camera yesterday. I feel like my days are getting more hectic and more stressed out. I don't know if we have like 3 months until we PCS, and the way the military housing works, there's like priority and then there's just people after them, and we're currently on the wait list. But my thing is they don't let you know till literally last minute if you got a house. I mean, all the people that say like they found out like about 30 to 45 days before they moved in. We have ours set like a month before Jordan actually has to be there. Jordan has to be there by July, and we have ours set for June. Fingers crossed that they let us know soon. But I did not read yesterday. That's why I was not on yesterday. Story of my life. That's just a regular occurrence over here. I want to say this month has been a really hard month for reading, and I don't think I've ever experienced this in March. I usually experience this like in the summertime and October. October is just like I love October because that's my birthday month. Halloween is probably one of my favorite holidays. Oh, does my reading always drag that month? And I think this year I did pretty okay with that. So I don't know what's going on with March. It's dragging. I think it's not March. It's just everything that's coming in the next couple months that's making me not want to read. So I'm 57% into it. Mind you guys, I think I told you guys on Monday I was 51% into it, so that should tell you right there. I barely read yesterday. I'm on chapter 20, so the goal today is to finish this book, to get laundry folded and done, just to get things done around the house. I do need to edit. I do plan on doing some of that today. I will say that video actually doesn't have a lot of like, it's not a super long video, so it's gonna be very easy to edit, and that's why I kind of not been putting off, but putting it off. Also been obsessed with watching Teen Mom, the next chapter. I keep looking for season 2 and I don't know what that's on because it's definitely not on Paramount Plus like they keep saying, so I'm confused. I'm gonna sit here, read, drink my coffee, then I'm gonna do a little at-home Pilates going on. I feel like I've been doing really good with working out. I wanted Sunday to be our set days of not working out. That's just not the case. That's just not gonna happen. I think I'm just gonna take a rest day whenever I feel like I need a rest day. I don't want to put a, I think that's my problem, is that I put a rest day for like, hey, this day. Okay, you know what? This is not what this vlog is about, but it's going. Okay, we have this cult leader, Michael, right? Is that his name? Oh my God, I'm probably, yeah, I think it's Michael. Just what you find, I can't even say much because it being the third book. He's basically playing games with them right now. Like, he is just doing as he please, when he please. He has like a cult following that are out in the street terrorizing people, causing havoc. They are under scrutiny, like their security company is under scrutiny because of everything that has happened and everything that Michael's made it out to be. He has painted her as a bad person, Harlow as a bad person, when she's not a bad person whatsoever. So I don't see how anyone could truly believe that, especially seeing how she was a year ago to where she's at now. Completely different person. I love all the guys. We have Enzo, who's very protective and very like possessive of her. I feel like Hunter is the same way, kind of, in a sense. You see that Hunter, Enzo, and Theo were already in a wide choose relationship before, and their partner ended up passing away. So at the beginning you see them have a really hard time like thinking, oh my God, Harlow's truly ours. It's true, nothing's gonna happen to her, like, you know. So they were very just hard on her at the beginning, how they just didn't want her to do anything. Like, they wanted to protect her at all costs, and it was kind of just hindering her growth and her sneaking out to do things. So you see a lot of, I think you see a lot of growth between all of them. In this one, we're definitely seeing Hunter struggle a lot. He was already kind of deaf because of an incident that already happened before, but in this one he's dealing with like not being able to hear at all. So you see them dealing with that aspect of it and trying to communicate with him, and then kind of just, he's going through like a, well, I don't know if he's still going through, he might be, but like he's going through basically a depression time and learning how to use all his other senses to feel alive again, and we're seeing that throughout this. Then we have Theo who's like the nerd and who is very just to himself, but she brings out the best sides of him. Then we have Leighton, who is Hunter's younger brother. He's like the wild card. He just got, in the first book, he just was just getting out of prison. He messed up past, and that's why he was in prison. He's like the funny, sarcastic, but can be very serious guy. I don't know, they're all very just uniquely different. I think the two that are most alike are Hunter and Enzo, because they give that really like alpha male, like possession type of vibe. I mean, the other ones give it, but not to like the extent that these two give it. Overall, I think it's good. Like I said, Michael is playing games with them right now. They're willing to do anything to catch him at this point because he's just causing so much havoc everywhere across London and the UK and the whole 9 yards. So like, she's even willing to go to her mother, who we know obviously at this point isn't the best person in the world after what we know she did. Just so much is going on. And then, so I'm gonna get to reading for a little bit before I drink my coffee and then do my workout. Okay guys, I just finished Hollow Veins by J. Rose. I'm giving it 4 stars. It's the last book in that series. Wow. All I have to say is Harlow is one strong, by the end, sorry, I'm not even finishing my thoughts because they're all over the place, but by the end, in the 3rd book, you see so much growth that she went through, okay? From book 1 to now, growth is phenomenal. Oh, by the end of the book, like how she grew into her own person, how she's doing what she wants, how she's not listening, like not that in a bad way, but like she's putting what she wants and her thoughts first and out there, even though of course she's always gonna ask for the guys' opinions, but she's doing what she wants to do. I don't know, I loved it. The guys were all just everything. You see a lot of Theo in this one. I love Theo. I just want to grab him and just shake him and just hug him. Love him. Leighton is just such, he's that character where like obviously he takes things serious, but he's like the jokester of of the group, where he's always like, he always has something to say, whether it's funny, serious, whatever it is, he's always like just there. I loved him. And then I love Enzo and Hunter. Hunter, obviously, I think I said this in a different clip, but like he's struggling big time in this one. Communication in this one with him is very limited, I feel like. Also, like seeing him kind of just grief losing his hearing and going through the proper steps to get better. I think by the end you kind of see a little bit of it. Like we could have went a lot more in depth with that with him in the story as well, but like overall, like they get what they want with Michael. It was just such a good ending of a very just intense 2 books before, you know, intense series, especially because of what we're following throughout the series and what Harlow goes through. And I don't know, I loved it. I don't know why I held off for so long to read Halloween. I'm telling you, I got nothing bad to say because I absolutely devoured crap out of that book whenever I was reading, I should say, because I wasn't a consistent reader this week. Now I think, I don't know if this series came out first or if Brooke's series came out first. I don't know, but now I feel like I need to go back and read Brooke's stories eventually. Like I said, I have that other arc that I need to read that's called Fractured Hearts. Is that what it's called? I think by J. Rose, and I think it's following a different group of reverse harems, but like in the same world. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it makes sense in my head, at least. I'm not really sure, but I'm excited about reading that. But I knew that before I started that, I needed to finish this series, so I'm so happy that I did that. Now I think we're gonna go into Assassin Blades. I just want to finish this. I don't think this is gonna be my favorite book. It's a book just full of novellas. I think I said this before, and I read the first 2 novellas about 2 years ago. That sounds crazy. Was it 2 years ago or maybe a year ago? I don't know. It feels like 2 years. So I'm gonna go with 2 years. So I have the last 2 novellas in here. So we're gonna be starting with The Assassin and the Underworld. And then I just feel like when I read the first 2 in here, it just dragged, like big time dragged. Then I have The Assassin and the Empire that I need to read. These 2 novellas left. I'm kind of nervous to read them because I'm scared it's gonna put me in a slump, so I don't know if I want to read that right away, but I feel like I just need to just do it at this point, if that makes sense. No, I'm just gonna be sitting here like, oh, what should I read next? Oh, this, oh, that. Like, you know, like I don't want to be in that headspace, I guess, essentially. And I already know with this video, we're just reading books that we already started. So there is that. I mean, I could go for like a Bloodmarked or something like that as well. Bloodmarked is such a big book though. I have Bloodmarked I can pick from. I have The Sinner that I can pick from. Other stories I have here. I have Reap, I think I can, like this series by Tilly Cole that I can start. There's so many books that I have that I can start. I mean, I could read this one. It's been a while since I read any of this, but I do have Reap that I need to read in this book because it's 2-in-1 book. So I read Raise, but I would love to read Reap. I do want to finish this series. It's a very unique series as well. Oh, I have What Did You Do I can read next, but I think I want to read this in another vlog. I do have The Broker, even though I didn't read the other books, but I did read, I think, 2 of the books in this series. They're standalones, so there is that also. I also have The Caribou. I have Legendary that I need to still read, and Finale that I still need to read. Guys, I have a ton of books that series that I need to just complete. I mean, I have Pure up here that I can start too. Like, there's just so many books that I have that I still need to just get into and just read. I have Things We Had from the Light that I still need to read, like that. Finish that. The Mortar Instruments series I started but haven't finished yet. There's just so many that I could choose from, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that I want to read this because I just want to get it over with, but I'm scared if I read this or if I start it out, I'm gonna get in the slump. That's my fear right now. So honestly, maybe I'll read The Sinner. I haven't read The Sinner yet. Maybe I'll read The Sinner. I think this is the next one in it. I think I might go with this. I think I need another romance before going into a fantasy. I think because I just got done reading City of Gods and Monsters, and that was a really big, just really big, taxing book. So maybe I'll go into this. Maybe I need something that's a little fast-paced, that's dark, that's gonna just, you know, twist me up a little. So I think we're gonna go with The Sinner. As much as I want to read this, because I've been putting it off the last 2, I think I need this and then to go into this. That's just what I'm thinking. That's just what I'm thinking, guys. What do you guys think? We're gonna go with The Sinner, I think. Is this the next one? Let me look it up fast, because knowing me, it's probably not the next one. Okay, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna read it. Who are we following here? We have no clue. We're gonna figure it out together. I'll get back once I get started. Okay, it is 9:59. I've been fermenting my bread. Here, I'll show you guys. So I just thought, as this is still going, because it's still, God, you guys can't see. It's doing its thing. It's doing that. Gotta wash my hands again here soon whenever I go to mess with it. Why did I, as you can tell, I was reading in bed earlier, so that's why I have this. But like, hook, line, sinker, I think this is gonna get me out of whatever little funk mentally, whether it was a reading funk or not a reading funk. It's gonna get me out of it. I want to sin. I want him, and I'm literally 70, only on page 70, and I already want him. Like, I already know if it's anything like The Ritual, which you guys know, I think this was like 2023. It was my favorite book, dark romance book that I read. This whole world just the guys in it just had me in a chokehold. And it's like, I feel like I've seen a lot of people say like how it doesn't have a plot to it. There's a plot, we just don't know about it until shit starts popping up, and we're like, oh, that's what that meant at the beginning of it. That's what that little clue was at the beginning of it, you know? At least that's how I feel. To each their own. If you don't like it, that's your preference, obviously. Oh well. Not in a bad way, like, you know, everyone has their own opinions, but chokehold? Yes, masked man, stalking, secret society. Give it all to me in one fucking book. Give one book. And I can already tell that not only is he fucked up, but like she's mentally fucked up as well. And we love two tortured souls coming together trying to save one another when they're both already fucked up enough. Like, he killed her dad. Obviously she doesn't know that because he was wearing a mask, but we know that. And I'm just like, and he knows something that happened to her that we don't know. Because she goes, well, he goes, wow, he probably just saved her. And she goes, little that he knows, he did more for me those 2 years ago than anything else. And I'm like, what was your dad doing? Was your dad selling you out? Like, what was in his phone that had him in so much shock? I don't know, guys, but I want it. We're also seeing Riot and Blake. Well, the other guys, his friends, mentioned them, which I thought that that's pretty, like, you know, they're the first book, like, I really need to reread that one year or here soon, because that, I loved him and Blake. Like, just give me more of it. And I heard the series gets better. I mean, how can it get, like, what else could possibly happen like in the series, you know what I mean? So, and as we all know, each book follows a different couple. It's just one of those series, but like, I'm all for it. I mean, and they're thick books. Like, this is like 600 and something 626 pages all on some crazy shit. I'm here for it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Can't wait to see what happens and how he's going to let her know, like, hey, you're mine. Like, I claim you. Like, you're my lady. You're, what do they call them? Chosen one, I think. But I also didn't know that it says a lady. Once he is initiated into the Lords, he is gifted a chosen for his senior year, a lady. After they graduate from the Barrington, they are to marry a lady, a wife to serve him. If he shall die before her, she is then gifted to another lord to ensure the secrets are kept within the secret society. Like, I want to see somebody take down this secret society, actually. That's what I want to see. That's what I need from one of these books. What I need to see. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to reading until my bread is done fermentating. Okay, and this is why they are perfect for each other, because they're both toxic. I want toxic. I want madness. I want someone who makes me question my sanity. I know I won't be happy until the masked man decide to make me his forever. I'm perfectly fine spending the rest of my life not knowing who he is, as long as he continues to come and see me. Unhinged. She's unhinged just as he is. Wait till she finds out that the masked man is Sin. Like, I want to know what her reaction's gonna be, because she's best friends with Sin's sister. I'm guessing they have to be like a year younger than them. Not the teacher. If you know, you freaking know. Like, that's who David is. Like, what the fuck? What? Holy crap. I don't know what my kids are yelling about, to be honest. They're not even yelling mommy. I think they're yelling money. I don't know what's going on. Yes. Yes. And more yeses. Wow. Sin. Ah. He might be a new book boyfriend. Am I unhinged? Like, do I like unhinged men? Yes. Yes, I do. And he's giving that all right now. He's giving it to me. And I heard that as the series goes on, the guys get even more fucking psychotic. And why am I into that? Why do I like that? I don't actually really like that. But I mean, I like reading about them. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just want to scream off the top of my head because what the fuck? This is wild. This is crazy. Now I'm on like a lip balm, chapstick. Can't really use chapstick because those really make me have an allergic reaction. It's something like, it has to be an ingredient that they use that makes my lips have an allergic reaction. I don't know what, but I got this one at Target. I was looking and I was like, you know what, I don't want to buy one that's super expensive right now. I just need one that's gonna hold me over till I go in, and I actually want to go to Sephora and see if I can find a really good one. I got this one. It was only $4.99. No reaction so far, and yeah, that's good. That's good. $4.99, and I feel like it does a decent job of keeping my lips hydrated at this point as well. I do have the Summer Friday in here, let me see. And you know what, I was so excited. Like, it is so luscious on your lips and it feels amazing on your lips, but like right away my allergic reaction starts coming out. Like, my lips start like itching, and I'm not sure, this only started happening my senior year. I keep telling you guys, like, this might be like a dupe for it. Like, look at that. This one's in caramel, and then this one is hot cocoa. Like, I need it. Like, I want to use it so bad, and that's what happened. About a week ago, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it on. I put it on, and I think my lips have been hurting since I put it on. No lie. Like, they went through the phases of, it kind of looks like a chemical burn. That's the best way I can describe it, actually, when I think about it. I get all these little like bumps on my lip that get really itchy, which they kind of look like whiteheads. They're very itchy, and then it goes through the process of that healing over to then like the skin on my lip starts scabbing and then like healing off. Still in shock. I'm about to get back to reading because obsessed. I'm about to make the bread. I'm making s'mores bread. That sounds bomb. Right now the shaping in it is just terrible, so I'll have to like definitely have to reshape before putting it in. And then there's this one that doesn't look too bad. Definitely gonna have to do some reshaping. I'm waiting for my score to get here though, because I try to use just a knife. That does not work whatsoever. So I'm trying to hold off until it gets here, and it would be amazing. God, no, that's not how it always works. And I do want to bake these here soon. I'm in the freezer not the freezer, the fridge overnight. Oh, way too sticky. I don't know if it's the recipe, if I'm using too much water or not. I think I'm gonna put these in the fridge until I'm actually ready and the score gets here, and I'm gonna bring them out for about an hour and then do what I gotta do. Kind of like how last night went. I was up till about like midnight. I noticed that with the recipe I use personally, like, it's always so sticky no matter what I do to it. I have let it fermentate out on my counter for about, what, it was about like 8-9 hours or something crazy like that. And I mean, it came out of the bowl, it had bubbles, it came out of the bowl perfectly. Like, there was barely anything in the bowl. I'm not sure, like, it might just be like, maybe it's just too much water for that recipe. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try different recipes and see, or add more flour and leave that same amount. I think that's what I did last time, and it worked pretty well. Let's get back to reading, because you guys don't care. That's not what this vlog is about, but somehow I always bring in other things that don't involve this vlog. Sorry guys, sorry. Bear with me. My mind goes all over the place all the time, and I'm just trying to get my shit together. If I so much as see you look her way, I'll chop off both your hands, make you watch me set them on fire so you have no hope of reattaching them. Pushing the gun farther into his skull, it forces him to roll onto his back, making sure you never get the chance to jack your worthless dick off to the thought of her again. Internally screaming because everyone needs a sin. Everyone needs a sin. Oh, I can't wait to see their relationship develop. This is making me so excited and giddy and happy to be reading. This might be a video of just how unhinged Sin is. He goes, she has no idea just how far I'm willing to go to keep her now that I've got her a collar, a leash, a cage. She won't be able to breathe without asking me first, and even then, I'll take away from her. As I said, unhinged. I can't talk best word for him at this point because, sir. But you know what's so crazy? I feel like a lot of people like this series, but then a lot of people don't like the series as well. I feel like everything these guys do to them, like the woman, they actually want, like, she has fantasized about this stuff. She has fantasized about probably even darker things. So I don't know how I'm feeling. I mean, I can't wait to see how their relationship develops from this point, because I feel like in the first book between Blake and Riot, it was a lot of tension, a lot of like pulling back and forth until like the very end. So I'm wondering to see if this is gonna have like the same conclusion, I guess. Like this, like what else is gonna possibly happen in this? Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm only on 123 pieces. If I look crazy, it's because I just got done running, so don't mind. So I finished The Sinner last night, and I have to say that I liked it. I can see why a lot of people don't like it, but I'm obsessed, and I don't know what that says about me, but I loved it. I can't wait to read the next books in the series. Don't think I'm gonna read it in this one, just because I do want to get on to at least one more book in here. We did finish one series, which is nice so far, but definitely not gonna finish this book. That was book 2, and there's 6 books I think out altogether. I have book 3 here, which is Tyson's book. When I say I think I'm gonna devour Tyson's book, I think I'm gonna devour him, because we keep getting little pieces of him throughout. So we got some some of him in the ritual, now some in the center, and now I'm just like, thank God his book's number 3 so we can just get it all. So we can just know what's up with him. Sorry, it's loud in here. My husband's watching the Black Ops game, whatever you want to call it. I did love it. I have no complaints. I think that obviously they're both unhinged. I think she's just as unhinged as him. I think there could have been a little bit of learning that happened in here about grooming and things like that. I feel like we didn't get that aspect of it, which is, I think that's why I can't give it a 5 stars. I think for them being both unhinged and her liking what he does and did, and that's kind of just basically all she knows. And I feel like even before she was being groomed, she was questioning that about herself, on why she liked things that normal people wouldn't like. It kind of makes sense how they liked each other, and she liked what he did, and she liked to be owned, and just things along those lines. So like, I get that aspect. So I came out to kind of just tell you what Reap is about. I'm currently reading it on my Kindle, but I am going back and forth between my paperback and Kindle. That's just the way I like to read, especially if I can get it on Kindle. I prefer to read on Kindle just because it is easier and faster for me. I like having the physical copies, especially if I really, really like it. What's the first one called? I literally cannot think today. Apparently, I'm just having brain farts back to back to back. First one is Ray, so now we're seeing Luca. I think his name is Luca. And basically, this is a mafia romance. I don't think I said that, but it's a mafia romance. But in this world, there's this like underground fighting scene that, if you were the first one, Luca was a part of. He was taken as a kid, kidnapped as a kid, and brought into this world. And this is a very nasty world where they're trying different drugs on them, trying to control them, treating them like literal animals. And in these fight rings, it's basically fight to the death. So in this book, we're following Talia and Zale. Talia is Luca's sister, and Zale is the brother of someone who helped Luca escape and give him the freedom to be able to find his family, and he promised to get revenge for Zale's brother. Zale's brother ended up passing, so now in this one we're seeing that he's going to rescue Zale's brother and try to help him, I guess, in a sense. And I think this is where Talia comes in and really helps with Zale, and that romance forms. Right now, this is just gonna let you know, he's basically like has no control over how he reacts. He's literally described as a dog, essentially. A hand clasps over my chest and I growl as the hit slices pain down to my stomach. My hand clenches together as I fight back the scream ripping up my throat. My skin was too itchy to touch, too on fire to touch. This is 221. That's what his name is to these people. That's telling in itself. My prototype for the type A drug. He answers to my every command. The drug offers 100% obedience from subjects to their masters. It also provides muscle building components in addition to a chemical that erases the memories of who they once were. High levels of testosterone and other hormones create a conditioned response to kill, a need so strong in the subject it can drive them insane if their urges are not met. Perfect master laughed. Perfect weapons against any rivals. So it's about to get crazy. We see that in the first one in Ray's, he has not those tendencies, but he has the killer instinct to like just be in the moment and just do what he has to do and kill to survive. He's like on survival instincts. Definitely see that in the first book. That's kind of what we're working with. Right now, he can't remember Zale. We're in Zale's point of view. He can't remember his past. He can't remember anything. He's basically just lost. Like his body's just going with the flow of what his master says and what doesn't say. So I'm ready to see how he's going to escape this world, and how Luca and Talia and Kiska, I think her name is, or Kisa, I don't know, are going to help save him. I'm excited to see how this story goes. I can't remember exactly what I rated the first one. I do remember I did enjoy it. I might have given it like 4 stars, 3 or 4 stars, somewhere around there. I just like the whole concept, the world, how it's just not mafia based. I mean, obviously mafia is a huge part of it, or the bravada. I think they're Russian, are they? I don't even know. But yes, there's that element to it, but then there's just also this darker side to it because of the fighting rink and because one of their own were put into it and so, you know. So I'm ready to get in and to see how it all comes together. Okay guys, I am 55% into Reap, and it's interesting to see this dynamic. She knows that she's not supposed to feel any attraction, or basically she was conditioned from young to hate 221's family. Okay, so she's dealing with like this guilt of like, she knows that this is her man, like he's the one for her. Like there was just this connection right when they connected eyes. She's kind of just teaching him like ways of life, of not being captured. He's just coming to terms that like he's free, like he's not in any harm being there with her and things like that. So it's not my favorite, but I mean, I don't know, I'm only 55% into it. It might turn into a favorite. Currently reading. I also think this might be the last book I'm gonna have in this vlog, just because I feel like there's already so much, and I feel like he has a lot of growing to do. So I definitely think that hopefully we see a lot of growth from now till then. I guess we'll see where it goes, but I'm not hating it, but I'm not loving it either, you know. It's just like a okay, it's there type of. Also, I keep literally cringing every single time she goes, I'm going to go cleanse myself. Like, just say you're going to go shower, you're gonna go bathe yourself. I don't know why, that's just giving me the ick. I'm gonna go cleanse myself. Ugh, I don't know why. Anybody else, or is that just me? That is really giving me the ick. Okay guys, so I finished Reap. It's the second book in this. I read the first one a couple years ago when I first, I think, purchased this 2-in-1 book. I just think this is such a unique mafia story because yes, obviously they're in the Russian mafia and that's like a huge part of their life, but these men were captured as kids, thrown into this, well, basically captured by a different mafia, thrown into this world, or thrown into like this testing experiment. Really alters them, makes them stronger, makes them angry and brutal killers. We have two basically princes of different Russian mafias in this that we follow, and obviously the first book we're following Luca and Kisa, and the second one Talia and Zale. And I will tell you guys, I enjoyed the second one. I gave it a solid 3 stars. I love the plot, I love the concept of where Tilly was going with this, because like I said, it is unique in that sense, but I do feel like it's kind of rushed. And what I mean by rush is like we're seeing this opposite side of them, and then all of a sudden they switch and they're kind of like agreeing and going with the flow and kind of just saying what you want to hear in a sense. I don't even know if that's making sense of what I'm trying to explain in the correct way of explaining it. Yes, we're seeing the growth, but at the same time the growth is just too fast in such a short amount of time. Like I think these books are only like 200 and something pages, maybe 300 at that, but it's like you're seeing this one side of them for half of the book, or not even half, maybe even more than that, and you're kind of seeing them understand where they're coming from and like dealing with something very dramatic, to then like you just hearing and them doing what you expect to wrap up a book, but like it's so short that I feel like I need more, if that makes sense. Like their growth, I don't think I'm explaining this correctly guys, and it's gonna drive me nuts because I want you guys to understand what I'm saying, is that how can someone so savage do a 360 in like 2 to 3 weeks, especially when they've been raised to be this killer, and in that amount of time he just does a 360. Does that, what I'm saying, does that make sense? I don't know guys, comment down below if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because I don't even think I'm understanding what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just feel like it was rushed and like it just gave you what you wanted so that the book can end. I do think the next book I'm really gonna like, because we're following Zale's sister, and if you have read it then you know why I'm super excited to read that next book. I do have all 4 books in the series, so I do have the next one. I like Zale. He had a lot of potential. It was very insta-lovey, very forbidden love. She was very nurturing to him, and since he was obviously with that evil man who we are not gonna name, since he was 8, he just doesn't remember that love or that caring. All he remembers is just being treated literally like a dog. Really like that aspect. I loved how she stood up to her family. Her father said that she would never help someone with his last name. The way that she lets her dad know, like, hey, if you don't accept him, you don't accept me. I will not be your daughter anymore. I was just like swooning. I'm like, yes, this man needs somebody to stick up for him and like just show how much that love. I'm seeing Luca and him kind of have this little bond moment over his twin brother. It was just, I don't know, I like little moments like that, and I wish you got more throughout the book, but like I said, I do feel like it felt very rushed near the end. Like so much more pain it could have put that man through, like, you know what I mean? But we are going to be ending this video. So I did not finish a lot of the books, but I have continued a lot of the series that I want to continue in this series that I'm doing. So hopefully the next time I do this, we are completing more series. I think we only completed one series, and that was it starts with an S, Security. Comment down below if you guys would like to see another video of this and me trying to continue to finish series that I start. I'm notorious for that. I am constantly starting new series all the time without finishing. And most of the ones that I haven't finished yet are because they're interconnected series. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching this. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.